Hey everybody. Hi guys. Welcome to another episode, another, I would say, video on Masterful TV. At Masterful TV, our agenda is just reminding you again, it's reach your best potential. And the content that we share here is just for you guys to watch, get inspired, stay motivated, and keep reaching to your best potential. So today's video, again, I want to start by saying happy Valentine's Day, everybody. This month, February, is full of love. We celebrate so many days, Rose Day, Hug Day, Kiss Day, Propose Day. Oh my God, there is a list of things. By thinking of this takes me back to my college days when we used to celebrate all these days with a lot of enthusiasm. But guess what? Today, the couple I have in this episode with me still celebrates all these days together. Why? Because they are so much in love with each other. But I personally believe to be best at loving part, to give each other the best, takes a lot of, I wouldn't say like tricks or tactics or something, but there is something that this couple can share with us. I would call it more like an exchange of energy. They can inspire all of us and tell, what is that magic recipe that they are still having, or maybe they are hiding till now, so that they just keep on falling in love with each other. So very quickly about this couple today, I know my friend Arpita. So she is, of course, the girl in the couple, and she has been a Zumba lover for a very, very long time. I don't even remember how long we have been friends because she used to attend my Zumba classes, and I know she's an enthusiastic and a very vibrant soul the way I know her. Her enthusiasm, love for Zumba, her love, the passion, what she's even working. I know somewhat because we talk a lot about her and, about a progression, but I don't know Arjun much. But today we are going to meet both of them, and I've invited them because they both have been into more like a service industry. They have been growing, and I think they both are into fintech. This is what I know from Arpita, but let's know more from this couple in service industry. Welcome, both of you. Hey, Arpita. Hi, Arjun.
Hey, Shweta.
Hi. Oh my God, it's such a pleasure to have you both. And I know because I still remember when I called you, Arpita, and I said, would you like to be, on Masterful TV for one of this episode? She's like, you know what, Shweta, I've never done this before. I said, I think this is the best way that you can share your recipes and inspire people around how to stay in love at the same time, progress at the same time. So before we start, guys, I want to say that I see you both extremely successful in whatever you're doing, and you're still having the best love life ever. So welcome to Masterful TV, and I'm wishing you both a very, very happy Valentine Day.
Same to you, sir.
Wish you the same.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. So guys, I think this is a very common excitement. I don't know how many people you meet and they keep on asking you the same common question. How did you guys meet? And how did you guys get just hooked up? We would love to know more.
Yeah, sure. So our love story started when we were doing our masters in Bangalore. So I wouldn't say it was like love at first sight, because she was late to college and I am generally pretty disciplined kind of a person. So yeah, I wouldn't say it was love at first sight, but the love grew. The more we met, we became friends. We went out with our common friends, and that's how love came into picture. And yeah, I'm lucky, I feel.
Yes, you are, because I know Arpita more than you. So yes, you are lucky. But so you just started dating from the college life, is that so?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So he was the one who proposed, and you know how studious I am and how focused I am with everything that I do. I was like, that will be a distraction. So I said no at the start, but that's when he took the effort of, becoming my friend first. And then we had our own adventures. And then I started noticing, I'm all about those little things. So I started noticing those, little things that made me so happy about, and some things you figured out that you don't even know about yourself that the other person brings out in you. So then after some time of being friends is when we officially started dating, and then rest is history. So we've been together as a couple for almost 13 years now.
Oh my God. And I think 13 years as a couple. And I think I just saw you mentioned celebrating your marriage anniversary. How many years would that be, Arpita?
7 years. 7 years of being married to each other.
13 years, and I'm so happy to hear that, there is so much love between both of you. So God bless with that. So you know what this about? So Arjun, I'm going to ask you about this struggle from na se haan. So why don't you share some things that, maybe some incidences that ऐसे भी हुआ होगा that you are like, अरे यार ये लड़की हाँ ही नहीं बोल रही है. How was that journey? If you could just mention. I'm sure many boys will get motivated by listening to that. Yes.
Yeah, personally, like I sometimes felt a little disheartened. I didn't know like what to do to make her realize that I really love her so much. But you have to, like, when you want to get something, you have to give your time, your efforts. I didn't lose hope anytime. I knew that I am going to get married to her. That was in my mind.
Wow.
That if I am dating somebody, I'll definitely like to get married to her. So yeah, I pursued it kind of like how you do it for your career.
Oh, was it like a movie scene or something? Could you tell us like any trick that you made and then finally she said yes?
Yeah. So I would like to answer that, Shweta, because there's this particular moment when I felt in my heart that, he's the person for me, So we went out on a college trip, and it was like past midnight, around 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. in the night. And I am crazy that way. So I was like, I want to play cricket. And people were around me, they were like, are you mad at like in the night? How are we gonna, arrange things and play cricket? But he was the guy who went down and he got the cloth washing stick and gathered everybody's handkerchiefs and created a ball and made me play cricket at the night. So I was like, if he can fulfill these small wishes of mine, I think the rest of the big things I can achieve for myself. But if he can take care of these little moments for me, I think he's the guy for me. So that's the moment when I fell in love with him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So I think everybody else who's watching, guys, if a girl wants to play cricket, you better take care of that. Right, Arjun?
Yeah,
that is so cool. And now I know when Arjun says that, you have to work hard a bit and all. So Arjun, hats off. And something that I'm really impressed right now is he was very clear, Arpita, that he just wants to be with you. So isn't that beautiful? You just know it within you. So, wow. So then, since then you've been dating, right? So how did this journey go? Because I think not only being as a couple together, because you both have been very aspiring about what you want to do. Is that right? Because I also see you guys you have been so much successful in whatever you're doing. Arpita, you've been progressing. I've seen you've been promoting from different jobs and, stuff. And then I still remember I think a transition from Accenture to this company right now was something that the company wants to hold you on, and you're like, no, Shweta, I love this company, but I seek for something like a better work. So how did you guys take care of your individual growth? At the same time, you decided that no, this is the time that we want to get married. When was that decision that you took that, acha, shadi kar lete?
So right from the start, as when we became friends, we were very, very clear in terms of what we want from life. In our conversations, in our discussions, even when sharing with each other the dreams that we have in the future. And that's the reason I went to Bangalore. He's a gift that Bangalore gave me, but my reason to go to Bangalore was to become a successful marketing person. From there to struggling to get placements, because we were doing our masters when the Great Depression hit. So even when you were a topper, it was very, very hard for you to get placements. So that's the times when you need a strong support who can just be there and tell you that it's okay, it's taking time, but you're gonna do it. So he has been that support for me in pursuing my dreams, my career. And I started, just to share a little bit about my professional growth, I started as a marketing executive in a media firm where they made us do everything, right from, lifting boxes to calling CEOs for the events, to right now I manage a global portfolio for a leading fintech MNC. So I think it's been a amazing journey. It comes with its own challenges and struggles. Sometimes you doubt yourself whether you can handle it. And being in a creative field, it's like every day you have to think about new ideas. That takes a toll on your brain as well. So then you need somebody who understands the demand that your career asks for. And, just being there for me is what he has done always. And sometimes showing me a mirror that, hey girl, you can do it. It's okay.
I was dreaded because I had got a job after my master's in Bangalore, and Arpita, though she had a couple of offers from outside the state, I thought that it's not going to work because she's going to move out of Bangalore. But fortunately, she got a job there, and our story continued, you can say.
Continued and all. I'm sure, Arjun, the way you said it, you would have continued later as well,
Yeah.
So maybe another 2 states version 2. You never know, right?
Right.
Yeah, and you want to talk about your journey of your career?
Yes, Arjun, we would love to know that,
Mine has been a pretty smooth ride, I can say. I was loved in my family. When I moved to Bangalore, I had a focus, I wanted to build a career of my own. And apart from whatever good fortunes I already had from my family, but I wanted to have a career of my own. And I was really lucky to find love along with when you're doing your masters. And that's how I had started my journey in one of the very big force in finance, and currently I'm handling a global portfolio for financial planning. So my journey has been pretty smooth. What I would say.
I think that makes you very modest and humble of you to say that. But Arjun, isn't that amazing? I think Arpita will agree with me. Even though he had a full support from his family, and he says he has a lot of stuff from his family, but still thinking of, I think this is one reason Arpita must have really felt for you, because the thing is, you still wanted to be on your own, be your own person and do something on your own. Isn't that, Arpita? Something that he wanted to be on his own. Stand on his.
That's the quality that I admire in him the most. He is a self-made man. Even though his family had full support, and I mean, my in-laws are an amazing family. I mean, they support both of us equally. But he was a man who wanted to make things for himself, and he's being modest, but he has had an amazing career, and I've seen him work towards it. He has given crazy night shifts. He has worked those, he's burned those midnight oil. And there were times when we didn't even see each other for weeks, even being together, because he was working in US shift and I was working in the day shift. So the weekends were the only time where we could just even have a glimpse at each other, because he had to catch up on his sleep. So that's the kind of efforts that he has put in. He's a number guy. I'm like bang opposite in that, because my brain just shuts down when it comes to numbers. But he's amazing at what he does, and the kind of dedication and hard work and focus that he has put in to build his career is something which inspires me also not to give up. So I think that's what I admire about him. He is a self-made man.
Amazing. I think you see, Arjun, I said that you've been really modest because, but I would also like to add up here that when people love something, what they do, the process doesn't like even the hurdles and challenges, they are just some other situations, right? So they are like the phases of life. I think, Arjun, it's really nice. I think you're an example where you've been doing what you like so well that you're so passionate about what you're doing that this process, so you don't even remember the hard times, I would say, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does mean like that. Like I have received so much support from Arpita over the years. I don't feel that it has been a hard journey, difficult journey at all. It's been smooth right for me. That's what I
So
believe.
I think 7 years must be just like, you're like, "Arey yaar, abhi to mil rahe hai," that
I
kind of stuff.
sometimes like forget that what are the number of years we have been spent together because it's been so good. Like I think I'm really lucky in that.
Good. I think it's your mindset because even at Masterful, we always believe that it's your mindset, that one decision of your life, if you follow your heart. So I also know that you come from different backgrounds, different culture. So were there any challenges when you came from different, I think, cultures, and I would not say caste or something, but I think a different religion also sometimes. So was there any challenge in that sense? Because you come from different languages, different states. So any specific challenges you both faced in that? मतलब वो कुछ ऐसे बॉलीवुड वाला मूवी कुछ हुआ या नहीं हुआ?
The only thing which was different between the two cultures was, I think, vegetarian and non-vegetarian, of course.
Okay.
Like I'm a Bengali, so we have like all kinds of non-vegetarian food.
Yes.
So, but
I think you thrive on non-vegetarian. Is that right, Arpita? Yes.
yeah, but like I don't know, like people think Bengalis have a lot of non-vegetarians, but
yes, I think fish, because I come from a vegetarian background, Arjun. So even I don't have much knowledge about
no,
non-veg
people
stuff.
think like that it is like only non-veg which is very predominant in Bengalis, but that is not the case. Like you have a lot of vegetarian dishes and lovely dishes in fact. Like so, yeah, I wouldn't say that was any kind of burden, but like you have to understand and respect each other's opinion and whatever background they come from. And if you can manage that, I don't think so that's going to be a problem in any kind of, like, whether you are from different caste, whether you're from different religion, it doesn't matter at all.
You're so true. But again, I want to ask you this question because see, falling in love, it's amazing. College time, amazing. But once you start staying with each other, that everyday habits, everyday eating habits, I'm sure you guys must have, some challenges at least. Or let me say this, you guys were in so much love with each other that everything else just went out for a toss. Was that the scenario?
So, I mean, definitely once you start staying together, you understand each other's routines, and there are some of the things which he won't like, some of the things which I won't like. But there was always this, mindset of working together and understanding the negotiables and the non-negotiables. Like I come from a Gujarati family, he comes from a Bengali family. We are literally east and west that way. True. But right from the cultural aspects of it, the food aspects of it, we both have been very flexible and understanding in terms of that's how he grew up, this is how I grew up. So relationship is not something which I feel like a school to change each other, right? It's more about understanding what other person brings to the table and what you bring to the table, and then working together. So we kind of set a rhythm in terms of everything. So he loves his non-veg food. So it's like whenever he wants to explore that, I'm fully supportive of that. But I have these things that, okay, we won't have it in the house. So he's completely supportive of that. So that way, it's like building bridges, and understanding, okay, these are some things which he won't be negotiable about. These are some things which I won't be negotiables about. But then there are ways where we can, work together.
Find something like a common ground.
Ground. Yeah. So that's how, it was never a challenge, but it was more like an adventure And
Wow.
even if you see it with our families also, once our families got involved and the whole wedding scenarios were planned, both of them had fun, because my family was like, hey, we haven't seen the Bengali side of it and the culture of it. And it's fun to explore that. And his family had the same, towards our culture and exploring it like a new thing, rather than considering it as a challenge or as a hindrance. So it's always something that we both were very clear at the start of our relationship, that yes, we are completely different personalities, but then we have so many things which we can bring to a common ground and work together.
That is so nice. Arpita, I think this is amazing what you just said. And I'm so inspired. So before we go ahead to the next question, I have one question for both of you. So Arjun, what is your favorite Gujarati sweet dish?
It would be Mohanthal, because that is prepared by my mother-in-law, and I really love it, and she knows that. So every time I go there, she definitely prepares
She
that.
feeds you. Oh my God, I'm sure. And Arpita, what is your favorite? Because Bengal is full of sweets. What is your favorite Bengali
my
sweet?
favorite is Nolen Gure Rasgulla. So it's basically the Rasgulla which is made out of jaggery, which you find in West Bengal. So I really love that. And whenever I
never
visit
had it.
Yeah,
I don't even
so
know.
you should
I've
try.
not seen it in my city.
Otherwise I'll make you try that.
Done. Next time we are catching up on that. Wow.
Sweet meal kind of a thing for you, though.
Yes, I know Arpita loves sweets. I keep on checking her WhatsApp status with what food you had every day, and makes my mouth drool already.
Yeah.
So my next question would be, couples, because I think 2 years back, we all went into this pandemic, and we are still I would say things are still not great right now with all of us. So how was your struggle or that adventure, I would say, because I think I like the word you use, adventure, more than the challenge or the struggle. What was the adventure that you faced during these times where things were uncertain and the service industry was getting kind of challenged or like bit trusty about it, that kya hoga mere job ka and all that? Did you guys go through any pressure or any specific challenges you would like to share? And at the same time, how did you overcome it together?
Yeah, I have seen like people who were there working with me. I have seen people like having those challenges, but with God's grace, it wasn't on my portfolio or my job. But you still had that in mind, what I would say. Definitely there was this fear of losing your job, but I would like to see it on the positive way as well. Like this pandemic, definitely there are things which didn't go right for many people. True. Which it is not good, but in one way the positive thing was like I got to spend more time with Arpita, because we were working in different locations. We hardly got time like during the weekdays, but pandemic, we were working from home, and it gave us opportunity to spend some more time. The only challenge I felt was like I wasn't allowed to go out of my house and ride my bike and cars during the major lockdown that we had. I used to feel frustrated at that point of time. But yeah, the only blessing, the only smile I could derive out of was Arpita. So I was at least happy for that.
And you know what, Arjun, I know the stories that you used to surprise her before the Zumba class. I know that already, because you remember, Arpita, you guys were like so busy working. And when Arpita, she used to say that, it's been like, we are hectic, the work is hectic. And you used to just drop in before the Zumba class, where you used to surprise her just to see her that, I just got to see her. I know you're coming home, but I just got to see you. So it was the sweetest thing I've ever heard. So God bless you guys. So Arpita, any specific challenges you would like to mention during this pandemic time? And, if you could, how did you overcome it?
So from a work perspective, it was always a global role that I was managing. So transitioning to work from home was a challenge for me, because I'm more of a people person. I like to see faces and I like to talk to people. So when it all moved to virtual, initially it was very difficult for me to not have that personal connect. And I used to get overwhelmed and sometimes overstressed on things. And when I used to he has always been that calm introvert, be in his own world kind of a personality. So it was okay for him. But for me, I was very social, outgoing, and I had to have that connect. So for me to transition into that was a challenge. And my colleagues at work were very, very supportive about it, and we got through it together. So that was a blessing. And sometimes it also becomes overwhelming because now you are in a home setup. And you need to take care of the house as well, along with the work. So we both, we divide our responsibilities at home. The same way we do it in our lives, because there are certain strengths that he has, there are certain strengths that I have. So even if it comes to simple home chores, or dividing the responsibility that needs to be done for keeping the household running, apart from the professional duties, I think we have divided it so that the other person is not overloaded, and that really helped. That really helped, that having a partner who understands that, okay, she needs to work 10 hours, 11 hours, and he himself is also working 10 hours, 11 hours. After that as well, finding time for each other. It can be as simple as watching an animation movie together, or a football match together, or maybe cooking together, or doing the house chores together. But we were a team. So I think that worked.
Well said. I think what you mentioned just right now as a team, I love that thing, because yes, let it be your office or let it be home, teamwork is necessary, right, guys?
Yeah.
Nice.
And you are always, even we had our shares, we always fight, because I am air and he's fire. So we always fight. But then, it's like we are fighting the problem. We are not fighting each other, because at the end of the day, this is the person whom I love the most, and no problem can be bigger than the person. So there were days where we were fighting on any of the topics that can come in a couple's life. It can be family, it can be finances, it can be house chores, etc., etc. But then we used to, take our time to cool off and then sit and talk to each other that, hey, this is something I don't like. And he'll be like, this is something that I don't like. And then we,
find out something which can be done the best. I know communication. It is, I think it's one of the biggest challenge couples face, right?
Yeah.
Excellent. So before we go ahead, any specific tips that, as you mentioned, because I was about to come to this point, that what is that quality in a couple that you both think that you have maintained it so well, even though basically you acknowledged it. You said, this is something that you almost said it, communication. But is there anything else, Arpita, Arjun, that you want to say that this was one thing that, it's important?
I think the fun part, if people lose fun in their lives, in their relationship, it becomes a little difficult. If you are not, if you're not able to understand the fun part of things, it makes a little difficult. And I think our relationship is more strong because of that. We enjoy a lot together. We try to find a common ground where it may not be like a romantic movie or a football match. You will have to find something which you can watch together.
Yeah.
So the fun part is the most important thing for me.
Yeah. And just continue. I mean, the best part of our relationship is we never take things seriously. Not we have to do it, but that doesn't mean you have to put up a serious face and sulk about it and make a big thing out of it. It's just that keep it simple. You just talk to him like I talk to my friend. Marrying your best friend is an advice that I give to everybody. And keep dating each other. It's even though you are married, you are settled, there is nobody who's going to take you away from each other. But still keep dating. It can be simple surprises, like day before yesterday, he just ordered my favorite Guju food for me. or I book a bike ride for him. So it's those little things that you keep doing to keep that fire alive. And I think it applies to all relationships, Shweta.
Absolutely.
Even with your family, with your friends, if you let the joy go out of it, the surprises go out of it, then it just becomes dull and stale. So just keep dating each other is what I would say.
Well said. That is so well said. So with this, so do you have any dedicated time that, this is it, that, or maybe Arjun says that, Arpita, whatever it is, weekly once date is necessary, or you just do it because, Arey yaar, aaj dil mein aa gaya, aaj kar liya. What kind of, do you have any, not rules or principles, but do you follow something which has worked for both of you very well? Like dating, have you decided that, for example, I know some couples like, nahi yaar, every Friday date compulsory hai. Whatever it is, we spend time together. So how do you guys manage that with your work and everything?
So it's like a dedicated time. Like it's more spontaneous.
Okay.
What I would say, like whenever we get time off work, I think we have some time together watching something, or probably cooking together, helping each other out in whatever way. I believe that dating does not mean you have to wear like a dinner jacket, go out somewhere.
It takes a lot of effort,
like open a champagne or something. It's very cliche of that kind of a thing to happen. But dating is something which you should take it like whenever it comes. You take that opportunity and try to make the other person happy. And that's what I believe.
That is such a lovely tip. Thank you so much, guys. So any specific, I think you already mentioned this, but I just wanted to highlight on this one more topic, that being a Valentine of each other doesn't have to be, as you said, it doesn't have to be romantic. Of course, it starts with best friends, then there's a lot of romance, and then you get used to each other. And this is the way how we love each other. But do you guys also believe in self-love, both of you? Because I believe if you have been progressing so much in your life, both of you also believe in loving yourself so much. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, definitely. Self-love is important. Like the passion you have, the things you like or love, you should pursue them and you should never let them go. And if the other person understands that, your partner, it makes everybody's life good, better. And that is really important.
Yeah, it's self-love is the topmost priority for me, Shweta. You know me personally.
Yes,
it can be my workout, it can be my photography, it can be my writing, or it can be just me sitting with a book, or even unwinding through all the various creative activities that I love. And having that time for yourself every day, it's not something that you have at the end of the week. Every day in your routine, there has to be a couple of hours, which is just for yourself. Because if you're not happy inside, you're going to throw that on your partner, and then it's going to reflect on your relationship. And it applies to him as well, because his passions are also important equally. And he also has to get that time, sans me, to just be with those things that he loves and just him, because those are the moments when it'll recharge him. Like it can be his bikes, it can be his cars, it can be his football, or it can be he loves watching global news and things like that. So I give him time for his activities, and I take out time for myself, and he respects it. He's like, okay, she's doing her things, or she's meeting her friends, or she is in her own space, let her be. I think it's very, very important, because that's where you recharge yourself, right? So it's very, very important to be happy as a human, to have self-love, self-care, and that space where you are just with your own self.
Excellent. Excellent. Oh my God, guys, thank you so much, because I knew this video was going to be so awesome, but it's just getting more and more awesome, I would say. So before we get into this amazing game, Arpita, tell me maybe 3 to 5 things that you love about Arjun. Maybe he doesn't even know that. I'm sure you told each other, but Anything that you just say that I still am in love with this guy just because of these 3 to 5 things, or maybe you love him because of that, or you love him and then you started finding these things. Anything, it can be anything.
Yeah. So the first thing that comes to my mind is discipline. He's very, very disciplined in anything that he does. Right from keeping his things right, or right from his work to his passion, everything. So he's very, very disciplined in everything that he does. He's very authentic. So if you'll ask an opinion, he won't meddle his words. He will tell you as it is. So that's a quality that I really, really admire. And then another quality that I admire is it's more a little bit selfish, but it is something which I love him for, is like he's very guarded in terms of his circle, his friends, his people. So it's like when I have him, he is mine. You know, it's like he's not divided or available just like that for everybody. So he's very, very conscious about his circle. So that is something which I really, really like. And he is like the smartest human being I know in terms of numbers. He amazes me. You know, like even in college when we used to like study and we were not even dating, we were not even friends, we were just roll number 4 and roll number 5. He was somebody who used to do, the teacher will be reading the question and he was the one who was just tallying balance sheets directly. So I really amazed by his smartness. And he is like a tip of the iceberg, is the 5th quality, which I would say. I mean, I can go on and on, but
yes,
you know, it's like you have to deep dive to explore what he is. And I think I'm still unveiling things about him, which keeps the excitement going. I think these are few things after a million things that I really, really, respect him, appreciate him, and love him.
Oh my God. I believe me, I'm just getting goosebumps the way you've been talking about Arjun. Arjun, you're really lucky. That's what I want to say. So now it's your turn, Arjun. So impress me again. Give me goosebumps again. So no pressure, but what are those 3 to 5 things or anything that comes to your mind that you really love about Arpita?
Joyful nature that she has. She's a very happy-go-lucky kind of soul. So yeah, she is respectful, which like she knows. Generally, I don't talk to my family too much whenever, because I pretty much like I try to be like, okay, I'm still alive. How are you guys? But she manages all those things pretty well.
Okay.
Managing my family. And she has been like understanding nature is one thing I love about her. She understands that I need some time. Probably I'm kind of a night owl, like play games, gaming. She understands that this guy needs some time, and it's not always that you sit with each other together to show your love. You have to give each other
space.
some time as well.
So true.
Time and space. So yeah. There are many things, but these are the ones that stand out for me.
Thank you. Oh my God, that is amazing. Guys, just God bless you again. So are you ready for the game? The last game?
Yeah.
Okay. So don't worry. This is just a very easy, fun game. So I'm just going to ask you 5 questions. Okay. 5 questions only. The moment I ask a question, nobody speaks. You just have to point. It's going to be her or it's going to be you. Something like that. Just pointing. Okay. Ready? Who is more messy at home? Who is more good in cooking? Who is more colorful? Clothes or anything like that?
You can see, right?
Who is, I think we already know the answer, but who is more disciplined at home?
I think.
Yes, that is so nice. When the finger comes together, that's the fun part. Who do you think loves each other more? That is so cute, guys. This is amazing. So Thank you so much, both of you. It was an amazing, I would say. So even at Masterful TV, we love to hear what we all do. I think the best way is about sharing the magic recipe of each other's success, and that helps all of us to reach. So right now, I'm inspired by both of you. Believe me, and the inspiration comes within. Right, this is not just external motivation. So, any last tips or any bye-bye suggestions on this Valentine time to anybody like a couple who has decided to maybe move in together or get married together? Anything that you both would love to share?
So I would like to share that let go of the notion of perfection. You're never going to find somebody who is perfect or fits your bucket list, but you need to find somebody who is ready to work with you, understands the baggage that you bring, the flaws that you bring. There might be not so good things that have happened in your past, or there may be something amazing that has happened in your past. So somebody who is willing to accept it, the whole package, and is ready to listen to you, understand you, and just accept you for what you are, and then is also ready to like grow with you, be on this journey together like a co-traveler, and accept the adventures as they come, because nothing is planned in this life. But as long as that that you are not against each other, you are in the same team, I think it makes everything easy. So I think that's what matters the most. Respect each other, appreciate each other's opinions, and then work together just to make each other grow. I think that's something which I would like to share with everybody, for not only their their partners or lovers, or whom they are dating or they are married to, but in every relationship you need to be on the same team. Yeah,
wonderful. I think helping each other grow.
She mostly said all the things like.
But it's okay, Arjun. You can just copy paste something if you like to.
I would rather say the fun thing only. My most important thing in my life would be fun.
Yeah.
To have fun with each other, to have whomever you are spending time with or you are with, you should have the fun element alive, and things should be fine. I don't think so. Life is that a bigger struggle to. People should be very thankful that we are in this world, and fun, have fun. Right? That is the most important thing.
So, yeah.
Thank you so much, both of you. Thank you so much for being here on the TV. So with this notion, I just want to wish you both again a very, very, very happy Valentine Day.
And wish you the same, and thank you so much, Shweta, for this opportunity. It was fun for both of us.
It was fun talking.
Thank you so much. So with this, I just want to say bye to all. Thanks to you guys. Bye.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.